Hey guys, check it out. We are at Kolomoki State Park, the Kolomoki Mounds State Park here in Blakley, Georgia, south of Blakley, Georgia, somewhere. We're here checking out the state park. So in this video, we're gonna check out these mounds. We're gonna go to a visitor center. We're gonna go to a lake and swim in a lake and take you up to the Temple Mound and show you kind of the ups and downs of this the state park a little bit. Looks like a cool place. But in the meantime, let me show you some quick scenery of us driving in because we came through some beautiful scenery. So let me roll that beautiful scene footage. So the first place you want to go once you're here is this place. This is the visitor center, and in here they have a gift shop, but you pay $5 and you get this thing to hang on your rearview mirror. That's a day pass for this state park. Pick you up a map. But we're gonna head on inside. I think there's like a film you can watch in there, some other things you can do, like maybe a museum and what do they call it? Interpretive center, something like that. But gotta wake up the youngest one in the car and then we're gonna move on in.
Rock lizards, guys.
There's a big old rock lizard right there. Massive. See him? He's not scared either. It's so cool.
Must just be used to the people.
Maybe. For those who are wondering what it's like to have a 3-year-old, this is a good snapshot of it. It's like wrestling a spider monkey.
Come back out.
You have a hole in your shirt.
Who's gonna touch it?
I think May's gonna identify it.
Oh, I got it. Not that hard.
I'll touch it.
Don't touch it. It's gonna bite you. It's gonna get you.
That thing come flying at me.
Look, it's a bug on a bug.
It's an Eberdobson fly.
This is like prime YouTube footage, right?
Oh, I touched its antenna.
Eastern Dobson fly.
Wow, that's so
Apparently good.
We're gonna go over here and check out the first mound. See if we can find some cool stuff. Wow. So these two folks were the original owners of this property out here, and they decided to be buried on top of one of the mounds. I think that's interesting. Let's take a quick look. Let's go up there and see what the graves look like. What makes you think that? Oh. So there's 8 graves. 9. Born 1805, died in 1848, 43 years old. We're gonna have a hard time making that one out. Aged 20 years and 28 days. So that's like a Freemason symbol. Augustus Mercier, how would you pronounce that? 1837 to 1892, so lived through the Civil War. He died as he lived, a pure and upright man. Can't find a more serene place to be buried. Imagine this place is pretty unchanged the last 150 years. Wheat fields, barley fields, cotton, peanuts. Got you. It's surprising how tall this temple mound is. The photos and video don't really do it justice. You can kind of see with the kids as a reference. That temple mound is way back there. So I think maybe the chief priest lived here on top of this mound.
So I think Noah. Wait, Eli has a bottle.
So I've been on quite a few temple mounds like this. This is probably the highest of them all. But the largest I would say I've been on is definitely the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. It's 36 acres of a plateau, and it's really cool because you had to wait for the Muslim prayer times to end to be able to go up there. And one of the notable things about the Temple Mount in Jerusalem was if you were a man and you went up there wearing shorts, they would actually issue you a skirt to wear with an elastic band. So it's kind of humiliating, but you had to be modest walking around the Temple Mount. But anyways, this is kind of cool. This is maybe a quarter of an acre, half an acre of a temple mound like this, and maybe the high priest lived somewhere up in here and overlooking this vast prairie out here. Probably would have been much larger than this and actually would have been a sprawling city back behind me. And they say that it maybe even had walls around the city. So it's really cool. It's crazy to think how a huge civilization like this can just poof, be gone. It's interesting. Makes you think a little bit.
I think it's very, very big.
How did they go so fast? I thought about it and I didn't get my camera, my phone.
This is the swimming area down here. Super nice. It's kind of sandy. And the water at its deepest is maybe 5-6 feet deep. And we just got quite a bit of rain, so I imagine it stays close to that. And there's a netted area here the kids love. But right through these trees is the campground, and it's a really nice campground over there. They have waterfront campsites and playground, and, you know, bathhouse and everything. The typical accommodations at a state park like this. But we'll probably drive through that here in a minute, take you through it.
Ew, wait, what did I just touch?
That hurt my head.
Y'all see an alligator?
I found a pearl.
Yeah, then Junior stole your butt.
You want your feet in the picture?
You can send that to his mama.
Mm-hmm. Conked out. Conked out by the lake. Can't go wrong. So the visitor center is actually built into the side of one of these mounds. And in this building right here, they have a museum with some artifacts and stuff like that, and like a film that you watch. But because of the big sea, we are unable to go in there. They close a little bit earlier. And there's a capacity of like 6 or less people. So anyways, I'm sure you can find other videos about this museum on YouTube. That's kind of cool. So we're here in Columbia, Alabama on our way back home from the state park. And I can't drive by my favorite store and not drop in and get some Oreos and some milk. But here we are, the Piggly Wiggly. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this far. Let's talk about this trip so far. We had a really good day. So we got there 10:30ish or so and hiked around these mounds, and then we went out to the lake and had a nice swim in the lake, and it was nice. It was nice, refreshing lake water. It was kind of cool, and it was nice, cool water on a hot day. We spent a little bit too much time there, however, and we tried to get back to go to the museum, and it was, like I said, it was locked up, as you may have seen in the video, so we weren't able to actually see the artifacts in the museum and everything. And then, of course, we stopped into the Piggly Wiggly and had a chance to buy some Oreos, some Piggly Wiggly. I went like full generic, like no shame whatsoever, Piggly Wiggly brand Oreos, and bought some milk for all the kids and everybody in the car. And just pigged out on some Oreos, no pun intended. And then made it home safely. So thank you guys for joining us on that little adventure. I hope that you were entertained and, I don't know, educated on some things. You know, nothing else, maybe some South Georgia history, some Native American history here in the Southeast United States. If you don't mind, hit the like button and subscribe if you like videos like this, if you want to see more of them. We put them out every once in a while as we take these kinds of trips. In the pipeline, I got some other videos, and I'm working on this tiny house right there, the tiny house on wheels. It's going to be under $3,000 once it's all said and done. So once that's done, probably here in the next few weeks, I'm going to take you guys on a little tour of it, talk to you about how I built a tiny house with less than $3,000. And then, what else we got going on? Oh, we're going to do another river trip here soon and camp on the banks. So, guys, I really appreciate it. I want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed recently. Had a lot of new subscribers come in, and our channel is at, I think, 17,000 plus subscribers, which is crazy. So thank you so much for that, and keep it real. We'll see you in the next video.